So Coinbase reacted here to this support area. So you might remember that Coinbase is likely moving up in a diagonal pattern. That's the idea. So that from the, whoops, this third wave moved for some reason. So from this swing low in December 22, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wanted to see one more high. Well, technically speaking, we already have that one more high. I mean, it's already fulfilled my overall, you could say, expectation, but I wanted to see it get at least to 420. I mean, maybe even higher. I mean, this rallied significantly in just a few days, really. So the idea is we could be in the fifth wave of that larger diagonal, which would then again, in turn, complete a wave one. I mean, alternatively, wave one already topped here in March. This was an A wave down and overshooting B wave by now, but that's not the expectation. Could still get a C wave down. If it loses support, that would be an alternative that we're already in a wave two. But for now, the expectation would be that we are still within this diagonal pattern in a fifth wave of the diagonal. We're very much overstretched. I mean, this is not a great entry point anymore. That was the case in the support region. That's why they are on the chart. We only have a 3-wave move up initially, which could be the A wave of that A wave. Bear in mind, we're dealing with a diagonal, so the subwaves are corrective. Then we had a B wave pullback, and this C wave, however, is very much extended. But it is, in this C wave, a possible 5-wave move up, ABC, yeah. And I'm just waiting for, I mean, it might still go higher in the short term. There's no reliable micro count there, but extensions are possible in this C wave until we finally start the B wave pullback. The nearest level that would indicate this pullback is starting, it's a break below the 273 level where that gap started. I think that's the first level really that needs to be, I mean, the signal level, I would say, that will tell us that most likely this B wave has started. I would in parallel pay attention to Bitcoin, because as long as Bitcoin is extending higher more directly, and I'm actually expecting one more high for Bitcoin on this extension, also Coin might do that and then start with Bitcoin's pullback, a B wave, before we then get the final run. That's pretty much aligning. With Bitcoin. So in terms of shorting Coinbase, I mean, I would be careful with shorting in an uptrend. From an Elliott wave point of view, a short trade setup would only appear after an A wave down. The B wave can be shorted then, to short the C wave after we have a B wave. But ideally then the A wave is a 5-wave move because it would give clarity. The B wave should ideally form a lower high, and then a stop can be put above the previous high with a C wave down to short. Otherwise, we don't have a short trade setup. So just by assuming we might have a top, that's not a short trade setup. That's at least from an Elliott wave point of view for short trades, unless you have additional indicators you're watching. But this is the even better setup is A wave down in 5 waves, B wave up. Okay, but B waves can overshoot technically. So because the C wave is a 5-wave move, the best short trade setup is actually the 1-2 setup already completed, then a stop above the B wave high, then a move down like that. That's an Elliott wave short trade setup recipe. You will avoid losing money with it. Well, you can lose money if you get stepped out, but it would be small amounts because you set a tight stop above the top of the B wave once we have wave 1 complete. The problem is when we're on a small time frame, these microstructures are sometimes not clear. So the setup is only there if it's clear. It's not always clear. But yeah, at the moment, this just tells us we're overextended and the risk is quite high. So that's the update about Coinbase. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you are interested in additional updates about the S&P 500, daily video updates, regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.